YouTube, as I would hope is obvious by now, is a Web 2.0 service because it's based on the key concepts of Web 2.0, which I'll run through quickly. The web as platform, which is the idea that rather than just being a collection of websites, the web is now a fully integrated computing platform which serves programs, content, applications and services to end users. Participation, openness and communication are the three underlying philosophies of Web 2.0. Participation in the sense that the services are built on participation, not just that all of the services are free and easy to use so people can participate. Without users, there would be no advertising revenue to keep the companies going, no data, and therefore no Web 2.0. It's interesting to note that the services that charge for use of their service are far less successful than those who make money from selling your data and your preferences, like Amazon.com. It's based on openness, not just in the sense that anyone can use the applications, but also in the sense that anyone can contribute, and in some cases, such as Wikis, anyone can modify it. Most Web 2.0 services are built on what is called open source software, where the technical construction of the site is available to be viewed, copied and used by anyone who wants to. And communication, which, as the inventor of the web, Tim Berners-Lee, said, the web has always been about communication. It was designed as a collaborative space where people can interact. One more key concept is social software. And Catherine Stiles, who's from the National Archives of Australia, describes social software as software to which users contribute content, and therefore whose content gets richer or more accurate the more people use it. Social software may also be described as software which allows interaction between users, the kind of interaction common on sites such as MySpace, Facebook or YouTube. But don't be fooled, the critics warn, Web 2.0 is just a business model, meaning the private capture of community created value. Of course, the technology of sites like YouTube is trivial, which is obvious from the large number of identical services on the web, such as Dailymotion or MySpace Video. The real value of YouTube is not created by the developers of the site, but rather by the people who upload videos to the site. Yet the critics warn, when YouTube was bought for over $1 billion worth of Google stock, how much of this stock was acquired by those that made all these videos? Nothing. But this is a difficult argument to sustain when it comes to history, because oral history interviewees and those who tell their life stories through digital storytelling get roughly the same figure, and that doesn't and shouldn't hinder participation. Alright, thank you. That means I have to be quick. But of course there are a number of disadvantages, and one of them is authority, and in a realm of autonomous user-generated content, the expert is often not recognised, such as on Wikipedia, where experts actually aren't invited to contribute original content. So the opinion of a 16-year-old school student is just as valid as a professor in some of these places. And a particularly nice quote from a gentleman called Andrew Keen says, instead of a dictatorship of experts, we'll have a dictatorship of idiots. Authenticity and anonymity are two more issues. One reason that academic history, one of many reasons, is often seen as quite different from popular or public history is that academic historical scholarship is characterised by possessive individualism, meaning that academic historians have been involved in the production of individually authored works or contributing individually authored articles to journals or books. And there are obvious reasons for that tendency. But as Roy Rosenzweig, an American scholar of digital history, recognises, good professional practice and avoiding charges of plagiarism requires us to attribute ideas and words to specific historians. But in the Web 2 world, someone posting video about climate change could be a professor from America, could be a 12-year-old school assignment, or could be a professional company being paid by a corporation who refuses to reduce greenhouse gas emissions. Copyright, another fun issue. Mainly, sorry, I'm just going to skip through these, but it's mainly the issue of who owns your personal content once you've uploaded it to these websites, because there's Creative Commons law, but that doesn't stop unethical use of your content. For example, Virgin recently released an ad campaign in Australia with pictures of a 15-year-old girl in them from Flickr, without informing the girl or her family, and a photograph just appeared all over bus shelters. Impermanence, and all digital content has the issue of impermanence, and web developers, historians and archivists are currently grappling with the best ways to, working out the best ways to gather and preserve digital content. But these issues are all being worked on, as Catherine Stiles said, because institutions that publish without participation, that continue to rely on the strength of their traditional authority, and which fail even to embrace the notion of shared authority, may find that their relevance and influence wane. Now I'm going to have to skip really quickly over the good section, but so what is the use of all these autonomously user-generated amateur personal interpretations of the past on YouTube? It doesn't cater immediately for sharing historical footage, which is there anyway despite the copyright laws, but I want to suggest that YouTube is of interest to historians in the following ways. It serves as an outlet for personal histories to reach a large audience, and historians can not only use these personal histories as historical sources, but by understanding patterns of interest in different historical subjects, we can also begin to know more about popular understandings of the past. It can be used for building of both professional and amateur social networks around historical subjects, free from the necessity of introductions. It can, of course, be used as a publishing medium. We can contribute content, anyone can contribute content. It's got nearly no barriers to entry. And can also be used for learning through participation, and this is my final reason that professional historians need to pay attention to YouTube, is because all of our students do. And engaging with YouTube, perhaps even setting assignments to make and upload videos, can be an engaging way to learn about the past, about historical sources, and about the issues surrounding history and digital media. So to finish up really quickly, what YouTube demonstrates is that given a chance to participate and to tell their own story, people are eager to contribute to the historical record, even anonymously. YouTube is a site of new and different interpretations of history. It's enabled new and interesting forms of historical source material and new kinds of engagement with the past. It also reaches a broad public and young audience. So if you were to ask me, does YouTube contribute to the historical record, my answer really couldn't be anything but yes. And should historians contribute to such an amateur-dominated resource? I think they should. Our documentaries, short films, lectures and conference presentations may be far more accurate and better quality than those on YouTube, but have much less of an impact on popular understandings of the past because they are available to so few people. And if we don't contribute, we're going to end up with millions of people learning about history through videos such as this, which has already had 11,700 views. I'll give you the video, but I have a blog on this as well, so if anyone is interested, just ask me. This is going to be really boring because there's no music, but this is the history of the world in 1 minute. And this had serious comments saying, "That's wonderful, I've learned so much." 11,700 people learned about the history of the world. The music's terrible, so I'm actually quite glad it's not on there. Thanks a lot. Have a good day.